Hi everyone, we are Group 2 from STF 1053 Biodiversity. Today, we want to discuss major threats in peat swamp forest in Malaysia.
Hi guys, do you guys know what is peat swamp forest? Peat swamp forests are formed in areas where saturated soils or frequent flooding prevent organic matter from fully decomposing. And also, there are several types of flora and fauna that can be found in the peat swamp forest. For example, Valarie tree, jelutong tree, rattan, orchid, tiger, sapi, and orangutan. You guys can find this in Southeast Asia, especially here in Sarawak.
If we want to know why the biodiversity in peat swamp is very important to society, it's because a peat swamp can do a water regulation. This swamp play a critical role in water management by controlling flood, cleaning water, and it can do a maintaining groundwater levels.
First major threats, deforestation. Deforestation. It happens when the trees in the peat swamp forest are cut down to open the agriculture fields such as a palm oil field. For example, it happened in Sarawak, Malaysia. Besides that, illegal logging is the action of irresponsible peoples that cut down the tree that has the higher price value and sell it in the black market for the profit purpose. For example, Meranti trees and the ramin trees. Animals in the forest will be lost habitat and the food source. This will cause the wild animals that live in the forest to roam in the community settlement environment. The trees in the forest are decreasing and may become extinct due to the cutting down. Orangutan are a species of mammals that live in the peat swamp forest, and it's treated with the extinctions due to the deforestation for the purpose of a palm oil cultivations. It because of this habitat and the food source were spread out away from deforestation. In addition, orangutan are hunted by the irresponsible peoples. There is 21% to 22% of number of orangutan reduced due to logging.
Second major threat, climate change.
Sudden and extreme climate change can trigger peat swamp forest fire. When it's summer or drought, the peat swamp soil will lose water and will cause the soil to dry out. The soil will easily catch fire if there is fire from nearby areas such as cigarette butts or burning garbage around the peat swamp forest. Dry soil will be fully exposed to the sun, will cause the soil to become flammable due to spark from human action such as forest fire. In Kuantan, April, in 3 locations, about 2,320 hectares of peat swamp land burned due to cigarette butt. 24 February 2023, Penaga, an area of 3.2 hectares of forest in the village burned, and the spreading factor is due to the dry weather and the strong wind. Unstained dry soil, as a result of less water content in the soil, is a true factor cause flammability.
Deforestation continues, it will cause massive habitat loss for animals living in peat swamps such as the endangered orangutan, pushing them to the brink of extinction. Some flora, especially orchids and the make the peat swamp habitat like Epinicula polita, are also at risk of extinction. Additionally, deforestation will diminish the forest's ability to regulate water, increasing the risk of flooding. Next, I will talk about illegal logging, which can cause disruption of food chain and cause soil erosion. According to the food chain, herbivores get their nutrients from plants. There are less resources available to them as a result of the trees being cut down, which result in fewer prey. The food chain will become unbalanced as a result of predators having to thrive on less food or resources. Next is soil erosion. The tree roots can help secure the soil and stop soil erosion, which can lead to landslide. The soil become more loose and readily wash away during periods of intense rainfall as more trees are demolished.
Today I'm going to talk about reflection on major threats at peat swamp habitats. So for the first one is habitat loss. So deforestation, urbanization, and agriculture expansion are reducing natural habitats at an unprecedented rate. I'm so sorry. This thus fragments ecosystem, living species isolated and unable to adapt to new conditions, which diminishes genetic diversity and leads to the species decline. For the second one is pollution. So for the pollution is contaminants from plastic in ocean to chemical runoff in freshwater system, poison habitats, and accumulate in food chains, causing harm to both wildlife and human. For example, microplastics are ingested by marine animals, affecting health, reproduction, and survival rates.
The long-term consequences if these threats are not addressed. The first one is loss of species. Many species in peat swamp forests are already endangered or restricted to this specific ecosystem. If the threats continue, extinction rates will rise. As species disappear, the entire food chain is disrupted, leading to the ecosystem structure and functioning unable to operate. Next, decreased ecosystem services. Peat swamp forests provide vital ecosystem services such as provisioning services, regulating services, and supporting services. The loss of these services will not only threaten the biodiversity but also harm us who depend on these forests for food resource and as a shelter. The last one is irreversible damage. Once ecosystems are degraded beyond a certain point, they may not be able to recover. For example, peatlands that dry out and burn due to climate change could turn into unproductive land with severely reduced biodiversity and increased fire risk.
Biodiversity is crucial to your well-being because it supports your health, environment, and overall quality of life. It ensures food security by providing a wide variety of crops, livestock, and marine life, while genetic diversity helps protect against pests, diseases, and climate changes. Many medicines are derived from plants, animals, and microbes, meaning the preservation of diverse ecosystems could hold cures for diseases yet to be discovered. Biodiversity also maintains environmental stability by purifying air and water, regulating the climate, and protecting against natural disasters such as floods and hurricanes. Healthy ecosystems like mangrove, forests, and wetlands act as a natural buffers, safeguarding your home and livelihood. Moreover, nature provides cultural, recreational, and economic benefits, offering spaces for relaxation, inspiration, and industries like agriculture, fisheries, and tourism. Ultimately, biodiversity connects all life, and its loss disrupts the delicate balance of ecosystems you depend on survival. Protecting it ensures a habitable, resilient, and beautiful planet for you and your future generations.
In the end, we all agree that biodiversity in peat swamp forest is as important as us. So, do you think peat swamp forest conservation will give us many benefits, especially to us Malaysians? Save the peat swamp forest.